This is a very quick video on why you shouldn't buy Dell and Palantir. I've gotten a lot of messages of people asking me, should I buy them now? They have been included in the S&P 500 last Friday, and is it a time to jump in now? If you jump in now, look at the poster, I will cry for you. And let me share with you why. This very quick video will show you behind the scenes of what is happening. Now, Dell and Palantir, you can see that their prices is like maybe going to go up because they've been included in S&P 500. But what exactly will happen after they get included in S&P 500? Now, let me share with you, there have been studies done on the S&P 500 index effect on stocks. What happened to them after they have been included in the S&P 500? So this particular study, they have done like a study of more than 500 over stocks that have been included in S&P. Well, there are 500 S&P 500 stocks, and they have done multiple like correlation studies. You can see it's like a 50 over pages paper, and not to bore you, I will just show you some of the stocks recently that have been added, and you tell me what is the effect after they have been added. Now, a few things that we can know is after they've been added into S&P 500, very likely there'll be more institutional funds added inside. Because why? Now that they've been added in S&P 500, like SPY, those S&P 500 ETF have to start to purchase these companies. So these companies, will the stock price goes up? One thing we know is that the liquidity may increase and the volatility may decrease. Now, let me show some examples. Example, 𝗏𝗏. They have been added into S&P 500 on the 18th of December 2023. What happened after that? Look at this. The price went up. So should we have bought 𝗏𝗏 back then? Now, the issue is this. It did not last very long because, well, it is just since last year, a few months ago. So this is still too early to tell. But let's take a look at another one. A very hot favorite called Tesla. It was included in 2020 December. After that, we saw a sharp increase and then a decrease. And right now, if you have bought it back then in the inclusion, you are probably not making any money. Okay, I think it's sideways all the way. So not a good idea to have invested in Tesla if you're buying and holding. Now, the next one, Match.com. If you don't know what this is, they own Tinder, and let's see how it match up. So September 2021, they were included in S&P 500, and the price went, wow, interesting, down all the way until today. And one of the very new ones, in fact, 𝗏𝗏. Well, some of you may have guessed. The reason why you may have guessed what happened to 𝗏𝗏 is because after being included in S&P 500 about 4 years ago, just 4 years ago, they are now getting out of S&P 500. And the reason is because they have not been performing very well. Now, upon being included a few months later, they shot all the way up, come all the way down, and now it is lower than when they were first included. Now, what am I trying to say? This paper has studied 500 over firms, and this is the conclusion. There is a very strong pre-inclusion price momentum. What is pre-inclusion? Before they got added in the S&P 500, the stock prices actually seems to be going up, and that's because their earnings per share, their company fundamentals has changed, and that's the reason why they are big enough and strong enough to be included. So, well, the pre-inclusion is over anyway. We did not know that, okay, that they're going to be added. Well, if you know that, then you are in trouble because it's insider trading. Unless you didn't trade, then you are dumb. So regardless, should have known that. But the thing is this, the evidence support, there's no permanent value effect. Zero effect on any of the companies that got added into S&P 500. So, in conclusion, short video again, don't buy Dell and Palantir just because you think that the share price is going to go up because they have been added in S&P 500. If you think that they are fundamentally sound, if you think that they are undervalued, which, well, you must know that the price has already shot up. So it is not like undervalued right now. When there's a lot of hype, when there's a lot of greed, not a good idea to buy. Okay, so but don't buy them just because they are added in S&P 500. I hope that this video actually gives you some insights. Don't chase it. Okay, go for other things. Go for other companies that is increasing in terms of their fundamentals and may likely get added in. Do you need to sell them right now if you bought Dell and Palantir? The answer is no. So there's no effect. There's no permanent effect. I'm not saying that once they are included, their share price will go down. I'm not saying that. So if you're interested, I'll put a link to the paper. Go and read it. Not easy to read. Get ChatGPT to help you. But finally, the most important tip is, guys, unless you're Godzilla, size doesn't matter. Okay, unless you're a monster or you're the, I don't know, MMA fighter, size doesn't matter. Well, MMA fighter may not think that size matters as well. Your portfolio size doesn't matter. Your sizing matters. Your sizing is everything. Size is nothing. Sizing is everything. If you choose to invest into Palantir, into Dell, make sure it's something that you can afford to be wrong. Every single position you go in, you must be able to afford to be wrong. Well, we don't want to be wrong. We do our studies. We do everything we can to ensure we make the best investment. But if we are wrong, it doesn't hurt us. Okay, so that's a short video. Hope that this is useful. Comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.